any trades. All right, so it's 9:20. A few minutes before market open, just want to get on here and prepare myself for the day. So good morning, everyone, around the social medias and around the Discord as well. Let me just go to the chats, make sure I keep up to date with everything. Morning. Yes, good morning. So I just made this event up right now just to pop in here and see what's going on. So SPY, we had pretty good news, right? We had the PPI come in cooler than expected. Just like CPI yesterday came in actually, surprising, let's be honest here, with everything going on. That it came in cooler than expected on CPI data, and then also PPI came in cooler than expected. So we got that in this morning at 8:30. Reaction-wise, SPY has not really reacted too well. Probably on a different day, a different world, SPY probably would have ripped. But we also got just like tariffs coming in, like, right? We got all this uncertainty with tariffs. Like, what is Trump going to do today to mess up the economy? So that's what we got going on. So that's SPY is kind of recovering from the bottom here at 556. We're up to 558. But we're still red on the day, like pre-market. We're still red. We're not on the day yet, but we are still red. So my plan for SPY is to go above 560, right? So 560 for me, and right here it's a little bit. Let me just make sure it's changed to 560. There we go, up here. This was a hard level to get through, and then it kind of, we got some, at least we got some rips about 560, and we got some nice plays above here, and then also below. So I'm looking just at a clearance of 560 to trade this higher towards up here towards 562 to 563 today. Now we could do that, and that's SPY. I can put some arrows on the chart here. So we can slowly creep up here and then get above, retest, and then we can play up towards this area here. That's one idea that we could play. So let me make sure that's too bright. That's bright. Let me put blue. There we go. And then we have an option where, okay, we do this kind of the same thing, right? We kind of do the same thing here, and I move it right beside. And then we get rejection off that. That did work very well, that one, huh? Let's do that again. We get rejection off that 560, and then we play it down off the rejection of 560. So there's also one option that we have as well. The other option is I got this little trend line on here, and we just lose that trend line, and we just go directly into puts. And that also could be an option. So let me just write that here. Support trend line so far, right? Let me put that in here. Put that black. Didn't want to add it. There we go. So support trend line so far is right here. We've got a bottom in right here, which is irrelevant at this point. And this is what I'm looking to do. So we're looking to trade it above. Once we get above 560 and we hold 560, maybe a retest and a strong bounce off 560, we trade it there. Or we see that rejection off of that 560 and we play it down to 558 and below again. So we have two ways to play SPY after market opens. We've got about 8 minutes, right? Until the volatility comes. Now, to pick which options we can trade, I don't trade zero DTEs. You may do that. That's totally fine. If you've got a set of rules and you stick by your rules and your your plan for the particular trade, that's totally fine as well. So the trades that I would pick, I'm going to go through the contracts now, and I'm going to do tomorrow's expiration, right? We're Thursday today, so it will be for tomorrow. And I'm going to pick some contracts here that I like. Let me just go to contracts. SPY. So you can do SPX, but I do SPY. I trade SPY most of the time here. I look for the 14th, and if we get rejection or a breakdown under that trend line, right? So we push up, we get rejection at 560, and we pull back down. Then we can play this or a breakdown under this trend line, and we start aiming towards pre-market lows. I'm going to put this line in right here now so that we can see where that is. Aiming for this area down here. So I'd be looking at say 556 puts. That's what I would be looking at for tomorrow. Let me write that down in the chats as well. So SPY retest of 560 and rejection, or breakdown under trend line. Looking to take 556 puts for March 14th. And at that point, we're going to be aiming for, 15, 20% at least. And then we'd be putting a stop loss in probably about 10%. So that's one option. Now, if we get above 560, and maybe we blast right through 560, retest it, and push off that 560 level, I'd be looking to trade probably about 562s. Let's look at 562s here on the call side. 562 for tomorrow. So there's no prices on it right now, but there will be once we get going, right? Above 562, looking to take 562 calls for March 14th. That's if we get above 560, sorry, not 562. So that's my breakdown. I put it in the Discord chat, so you can see that. We do everything in the Discord kind of live and all the alerts in the Discord. So you get a lot more action than following on socials today. So we got that play right there, right? And I'm just looking at pretty simple trades here. Above 560, which we've seen a lot of rejection off of previously. And I traded this yesterday. We traded off 560 rejection here. And this was pretty much yesterday. We dropped below 560, retested the 560, reject off 560, played it down. This is our trade that we played in premium yesterday, this big move. Once we started reversing, obviously, you can trade the V-shape reversal after that. But 560 for me is a pretty good level for me to watch, see where we get from there. So everyone's good with that. Let's see what else. Oh, Kyle, yeah, maybe I did spell it wrong. Let me just make sure. No, it's SPGC. It is actually that one. It's on actually the top gainer of the day is SPGC, and that's on the watch list that I posted in the watch list channel. So we can definitely pay attention to that one as well. It's trying to curl up above VWAP and the SMA 20 on the 3-minute chart. So there could be a potential trade there once market opens. But if you're looking at the watch list now, like you're coming into the Discord, you're looking at the watch list now, you just woke up or what have you. The best time is not to jump into any of those watch list plays 2 minutes, 3 minutes before market opens, because we're going to be met with a lot of volatility there. So I would suggest maybe just waiting 10, 15 minutes, let the volatility to play out. And then you're going to see if there's a trend and it's going to be an uptrend in those watch list trades, you're going to have some time to actually enter those, even if it's 10, 15 minutes later. So like I said, if you're just woke up, grab those watch list trades, just maybe wait a little while, let that volatility play out, market open, just because some of these stocks that are 75%, 100% up, there's going to be some sell-off, I think there, and could present, maybe a better entry once it reverses again. So just be patient on those watch list trades. So SPY, we got SPY here. So we're going to watch SPY at market. I got Tesla. Let me see Tesla. Let's see what's going on with Tesla. Nice reversal since Trump bought his Teslas. We got some nice reversal here on Tesla chart. So Tesla, I'd be looking for a move over 250. let's get over that 250 level right here on Tesla. Once we get over that level, we could aim for towards the top here, about 254 as the first target for some calls. Let me go to the smaller time frame and see what kind of trend line we got. Right now, we're positive based on my Maverick indicator, but we got that rejection here at 250. So 250, we start pushing towards. We got about a minute left, so I want to queue things up. So we either push up here, retest, start moving towards that level right there, or we retest there and maybe we start falling back down towards the mid 46s where we can play some puts off of this rejection. So I'll be looking at that 250 as a point of interest to enter calls once we get above, or rejection, enter puts right there. So I hope you guys are ready. We got about, what do we got here? About 2 seconds. SPY already dropping below that trend line, but give it a minute. Give it a minute here. Everything's pulling back. So we have already SPY showing a bearish signal on my indicator here. So I'm just going to let this candle play out. I'm probably going to go to the 2-minute candle and see how that plays out here. But it looks like it's going to drop already and may push towards that 556 already at the beginning of the day. So let's see if I can get a good entry. Also, Tesla just falling down as well. I'm going to put that right there. There we go. I'm going to put that one right there too. See what we get. The watch list plays the best. That SPGR GC is one to watch. It's getting a little bit of buying volume here right off the get go, so it could start popping. After I'm gonna see how this candle closes on the 2-3 minute on SPGC and see if we can start building momentum back to a new high and get through that pre-market high of 21.72. So Tesla already breaking down like crazy here. So we either hold this level and we start pushing right off here. Let me go to the 2-minute on this. Or we lose this level and then we can, if we miss this put play right up here, we can look for a breakdown under 244 and then play it down to 242 on the put side of Tesla. Not sure if anyone grabbed it from the get-go here when we just saw this sell-off candle. I did not. Be watching this very closely because we lose at 244. I think we start really falling off. Tesla SPY is trying to make a reversal here. Let's see what happens. This could be another entry for a put as well. So let me get that ready. Let's see if we retest this trend line and we get rejection, or we just blast right through it, and then I'll be looking to maybe the call side once we get over that 560. I'm gonna queue up SPY here. 556. And when I buy contracts, I normally buy a couple contracts, guys. I don't go too heavy in these contracts. Maybe like maybe 2 or 3, and I kind of buy them one at a time. I don't just go right in 3 at a time. I kind of just buy one at a time, and then I can average if I need to. Let me see here. Holy crap! I bought some Sentinel 1 after that reaction yesterday with earnings, and I'm already up 15% on those equities. I just sold it. I'm good there. So it looks like, yeah, Tesla's losing this level. This could be a nice put play, guys, down to 242. And then if we don't hold that 242 level down to 240. Tesla's looking very weak here. Also, SPY. I got the 556 puts ready to enter. I haven't bought any yet. Pretty much just going to focus on SPY. So, where's my SPY? Where did it go? Oh, maybe they're not here. Options, puts, 14th, 556. So we're getting a bounce here. So this is going to be a level that I'm going to watch right here on this trend line retest. Now, if we get through it, I'm just not going to buy any calls right away. I'm going to look for still a break of 560. That's only 2 points above its current level. But this also could be a rejection point right on the retest of the trend line. And then I will grab those 556 puts if we get rejection. But overall, I mean, PPI news was pretty strong. So I'm surprised we aren't getting some kind of rip back over 560. Okay, I'm going to grab puts right here. Let me just cue that up to fill. I got the 556 for tomorrow. This is flickering back and forth between a bull signal and a rejection. So let's just wait for this candle. Now Tesla's falling down to that second target, 242. Anyone grab that one? Tesla's really falling down. It's down to 241 now. The next target will be down here to 240. Top of this this demand zone right here, the bottom of the demand zone. We got the mid range, the top of the demand zone. So I mean, it's falling right through it. SPY is now rejection off that trend line too. These puts kind of ran away from me a little bit. I was just looking to buy them at 315 a contract. Now they're at 350. So kind of running away a little bit. Very tight in this zone. Let me get rid of these lines too, because we already know above 560. Leave that red line there. The wicks are just crazy either side of this candle. So let's see if we can get an entry now. A lot of indecision right here on SPY. So it's kind of just flat for the day. Doesn't know. We need to really start breaking to the upside, or we just start falling. We need to see that buy side volume come in, or we're going to start falling back to a new low. Tesla's now at a new low of day, 240 that we were aiming for. That was the better choice to pick if anyone traded it. Good stuff. B Money, Mayweather making 40%. Nice stuff there. Congrats. What trade did you trade there? Did you trade SPY or Tesla? Last 3-day economic news is good. I think Trump ranted. Yeah. Yeah. If Trump said anything about tariffs and about like retaliation against Europe, that's no good. And we're just going to see probably the good news kind of just fall into all the uncertainty, right? Still. But I honestly think that we're close to a bottom in SPY. Obviously, I can't call the bottom, but if we do decide to fall any lower, then I think the SPY right here, if we're looking at SPY, I think maybe 540 would probably be around the bottom. Because if we do lose 540, we start heading quickly towards 500. 518 is the next level I got on SPY, but right now it's just kind of flat sideways, trying to build, you know, on what direction it wants to go. Right now, it's sideways action within a very small box. So it's ideally not great to trade this kind of stuff right here. I would like to see a clean trend to trade before I jump into anything, but this is obviously indecision in a very tight range. So if you're newer to trading or you're thinking about trading SPY, this is not what you want to trade. This is a terrible, like back and forth scalping nightmare. You want to look for something like, if we zoom out, you can see how ridiculous that looks. We want to look at something like we go back, like something like that, like a clean reversal trend. You see how clean that trend is above the SMA 20s right here, or the clean trend down. That's what you want to trade into. But choppiness like that is no one's, it's like a worst nightmare, right? So you kind of want it to break out or break down to see continuation. Tesla hit 240, so that could I'm watching for a bottom to form or a bottom to fall out under 240 for continuation. There. Good stuff. Good stuff. B Money up $143 in the first 10 minutes. Done trading for the day. Congrats on that. Yep. You met your goal. That's a good thing. That's discipline right there. If you can, meet your goal and not try to find more trades because you're bored or you want to trade, that's really good control of trading, of your trading mindset right there. Not to overtrade. Right. Once you're done with the goal, get in, get out, and just treat this like a money machine. Basically, once you meet your goal, you just get out and you move on to the next day. Enjoy the rest of your day. So Tesla's trying to reverse. Let's see what happens here. If we start building up. I wish I had better trades for you guys, but I'm not trying to rush into anything here. Especially when we got a lot of these. Like look at the wick at the top, wick at the top, wick at the bottom. This one's a huge wick at the bottom, huge wick at the top. So a lot of indecision. So I think soon after 10 o'clock, we're going to probably see a better trend form. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me look at my watch list while I'm here too. Oof. OPRX is a nice one. Clearance. See what else there is out there. Oh, you know which one I want to look at? It's American Eagle. How about that bounce back? So nice. Damn it, I missed the entry on that swing. Missed the entry on that one, but oh well. Okay, so Tesla's finding a new low again. I'm going to be a little patient with this now. Underneath this lower day, I take it down to 556. Probably we won't get the maximum profits that I was expecting off of the trend line break, but we're still going to see maybe 15, 20% down to at least that target. And then if we lose that, then we obviously can see extension on our profit. So I'll be looking at a drop below, what is that, 557.29, and then I take a put play down to 556. Let me go maybe a little bit, maybe 555 puts instead, because I know they're a little bit expensive. Not everyone has $300 to put on one contract, right? So let me just get that one. Okay, we're trying to lose. Let's see if we lose it here. If you want a little cheaper contract for SPY puts, go like maybe 555, 554s. Maybe a better option for you because they're not as expensive. Get rid of this because Tesla's just falling down. There we go. There we go. We're getting some kind of trend now. We're getting this breakdown out of this box, right? This volatility box that we're in. Now we're breaking down. And our target would be 556.20, like 556.30. Now, if we get above this line again and we close above this line, maybe that can be kind of a very tight stop loss if we decide to reclaim that level and pop back up again. Like it's trying to do right now. But I think we're going to get a follow through. Got a lot of weakness out there. I should have a bunch of these contracts open here. My watch list. Let me see. Dogwood Therapeutics dropped 30% overnight. That was a nice play from sixes and sevens, but now we got terrible drop in that. Also on the daily watch list yesterday, actually it wasn't even on the daily watch list. I think it was just in the live stream for premium. We were talking about SSP, which we liked above 192, 193 yesterday. It's up 30% today, by the way. That was on that's how we were playing the daily watch list yesterday. The top gainers, SSP was on it. Now it's up to it hit 282. Pretty much we were looking at that 192 break yesterday. Yeah, how is Apple doing? Let me just Tesla's already we got this downtrend, right, guys? So we already, if you traded and you were focusing on Tesla, the downside played you good on this because we got the drop here. We got a nice sell signal right from market open, and we continued down from there. So it's a downwards trend on Tesla. So if you traded that, that's really good profit right there. I'm going to look at Apple because they had some downgrades, I think, yesterday, and I saw that it was down pretty hard from all-time highs. Let me see what Apple's doing here. Yeah, look at this. This is a real big drop from the 250 to 260 that we're at not too long ago. So I have some other lines here that were drew out a long time ago for the break above to play. But with this, I'd be looking. I don't know. Like I honestly think maybe $200 would be a good point to buy this at. If it comes down to 200 retest and holds, that could be a good level to buy Apple if it holds that level, right? If it doesn't hold the level, then we got some room to drop even further into the 180s. But like this could be a nice trade. And if you want to trade the reversal, like wait for the momentum to come into Apple, and you want to trade equity or you want to trade options, we'll also teach a lot of strategies in our coaching streams. But you could easily wait for us to break above, like have a good plan set in place, break above this level here, pretty strong level, because we got Apple following spies following through with that downtrend that we are talking about on the left side. You can basically wait for us to get above this level, because we can see here that it was pretty good support here and here, and it was rejection here, resistance. So we could, if you want to wait for reversal to happen first, you could do that and wait for it to break above this level. Right here, we see a nice push off that level. So ideally, if you want to wait for momentum to kick in, then you wait for a move above, it looks like around 220. Once we get above 220, then you can enter some a trade, maybe some calls a month out or so. Give yourself some space so you're not panicking on making decisions because expiration's so close. So give yourself a little bit of room on the expiration, and then you can trade this up to maybe 226 to 228, that level next, which is here, and over here as well. And that's how you can play momentum to the upside. So you wait for this to form a bottom, wait for some green candles to come in, get above this previous support. So it's going to be acting as a resistance point. Get through that level and then trade it up to 228, like 227, 228. And you can get like a month out calls. Maybe once it gets above 220, get 230 calls or 225 calls for maybe a couple weeks or a month out. Give yourself some space, and then profit on that rebound. Now, if we decide to take out this candle low, which is what are we in here? This candle. If we take out 214, then you can trade it. I believe we can trade this down to about 210 and below, maybe 205 when it's all said and done. So if we do take out that low, daily low right here, that it's 214.37, if we take that out again, then I think we have some room just to come down a couple of dollars, and you can trade some puts, maybe short term, because I believe in Apple long term. So I'm a believer of Apple, and I'm looking for cheaper entries for them to eventually go back up to these all-time highs. So short term, if we lose that low, then we can play this down to maybe 210 and under. If we regain this 220 Apple, then you play up to 227, 228 is the first target. And then if we see continuation, then you just kind of raise up your stops, raise up your profits, and just kind of move it along up right behind. SPY now falling under 556 is our last target hit on that one. Let's see what other levels we have. So we took out what was this? This is pre-market low down here. Let's put this line in there as well. That wick low. Pretty much say that is your next target to aim for. Would be here if we decide to stay below 556.30. Like down to 554. And if you got any of those SPY puts, you should be up very decent on these puts. I really didn't trade anything because I was just doing the analysis instead. But if you were following along any of those trades, you should be up really nicely. So for Apple, you want to sweep under 214 to take a put trade, and it probably be a shorter term trade. You may not need to get it out a month, maybe just a couple of days or next week expiration to try to capitalize on that move down to 210 and under, and then above 220, play it above. So that's what I'll do with Apple. But I do like Apple's chart, but not for going long yet because we're kind of in the middle of a zone there's nothing up here. Probably put that right there as a wick low and put that on the chart. I hope that helped with Apple. Oof. Coming in violently now. So you can see here, this is also this can be a learning experience and also a live trading experience. But when you trade in SPY or the indexes, this kind of action all day long would just kill your options. The fader will just kill your premium. So that's why I say wait for the clear trends to form and then trade into that powerful trend instead of just trading sideways, because the fader's going to kill your premium and you're not going to make much. So it's better to wait for that bigger move. See something quick. If you want to trade equity, there's also one that's moving, STSS. This one's moving today. It's up 42%. So I'm back and forth option and equity on my day trades because I do the daily watch list. I'd be looking for that to take out what we got here. Get above that line, then aim for about 46 to 48 on STSS. There's some good strong volume coming in here. So I'll be looking for a move above, say, 43.60. Get a candle close above it, and then trade it up to 47, like 47.48 as a first target. If we can get the 2-minute candle closing above 43.60. We also got a nice trend on this, so we can see a nice trend line forming on this chart. Like that. So pretty much like an ascending triangle, you can see here, break above that high and close above and get a candle close above that high, then we can take it to up here. Maybe 47 to 50 is a very doable target. Or like these SPY puts up like 30 to 50%. No. I had some from yesterday that are 50% up. And you can buy one contract. You don't need to buy a ton of contracts to make decent returns on your investment every day. You can buy 1-2 contracts and not risk too much. If you're following the trend nicely, you're going to get big returns on that one contract. You may get 50% and you only spent $200 and you got yourself $100 profit. Like you don't have to risk too much if you just wait for that setup. So SPY, we just got clearly a down move. On the 2-minute, if you had the Maverick indicator, you would have got in up here once we got rejection under these SMA 20 ribbon that I customly made this indicator for coaching. But also to trade the strategy, you can day trade, you can swing trade with this indicator. It's very effective. But you can see here clearly once we close under this ribbon and we couldn't regain the ribbon, so we're going backtracking, right? you can see that it's still bearish. There was no bullish indicator anywhere here because we kept on getting rejection. Now here was the breakdown and then continuation from 557s down to 554. We got to our biggest target here of 554.46. So you can see that I got these levels from pre-market low back up here. This area is where I put these lines. I didn't just make these lines up. I looked basically here and I looked here at 4 o'clock action. And these were going to be my targets when we lost that line. And we can aim for these levels. So, you know, we go through these kind of things in the coaching every week on our live streams too, to trade any market condition. Trade it if it's coming down, we can make money downside, make money upside. So you shouldn't have fear in the market if you have a few tools at your disposal to trade either direction. All out SPY puts, that was great, $400. Congrats, Latvian, on that trade. And of course, it's you that makes the money because you have been working so good and you've been working hard at your strategies, your trades, your plans, and it just shows by the effort that you put in is your consistency on your return of your investments every single day. I feel like I'm seeing these big numbers from you. So, and your risk is probably low because you know your plan for the trade. Low risk, high reward, and then if you get hit that stop loss, you're taking that loss, but it's minimal. Yeah, you're sharing the room. We just won't go to the trader's paradise. We'd just be just stay in our room and trade together. Now we could hit a bottom here. There's some buying. Look at this buying volume coming in here. We're seeing some buying volume hitting this 554 level. So I'd be looking here. I wouldn't be, trying to take more downside here. I'd be looking for either a break under this level here for continuation, and we'd be met with some more selling volume on this side, or we get a reversal here, and I'd be looking for maybe a reversal trade. But I will not take it here. I want to see more of a move to the upside before I think about taking any reversal position. Still clearly downtrending. Play with each other's portfolios. You're funny. Sounds nasty. Hello, Breckle Shire. How you doing? Jay, thanks for that. Yeah, I sometimes, Jay, when I don't really trade SPY so much, only when there's clear trends in SPY, like the big downtrends on the daily and the weekly. Once I start seeing some flip bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish, then I like to trade those SPY a bit more with that volatility, especially like this is with tariffs and like news every day about Canada cutting off, not cutting off energy, but like raising 25 tariffs. And at the end of the day, they cut off the tariffs and then they're best friends again. And then the next day they fight again. This is hilarious. And it's a day trade in paradise because you can just trade that volatility every day on that fear, or if it's good news, if they take off the tariffs and they're best friends again, then you play reversals. Like it's just madness, but you get a clearer trend pretty quickly when we get that crappy news or that good news. So let's see what SPY does here. Looks like we got some hammer candles, and then if this one can close above the hammer, then this could be a reversal for SPY off that pre-market low, right? So it's pretty fat candle right there coming in. Not really hammer candles. These like doji candles because we got a wick at the top, but we have the wick bigger at the bottom here. China, that's a big reversal. Maybe this is Trump right now saying he's took tariffs off Europe or something. So it's pretty big. That's our biggest volume of the day for the buy side. Like the little candle, if it can close up here. This one broke down, so this is no good. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let me go to another one that I see on the top list. Life Med. Let's see. Is it Life Med? No, it's not Life Med. It is Lifewood. Let's see what this one's doing. This one's forming some kind of like little flag here. We got the pole, right? Pretty much like the pole, the big move upside. Then we're kind of coming into this flag situation. So we were, the bull side would be once we're broken above here, we can trade it towards that high of day. We can look at that. If it doesn't do that, you just don't take the trade, right? But this one wasn't on the watch list, but I see it's on the top gainer list now. So I'll be looking for, once we clear over here, maybe over here, play it up to there. But right now it's a little flag forming, so we're technically still downtrending. So we want to see a big break to trade this back towards the high of day. So maybe that will be about above 260, maybe trade it to 280, 290 after that, if we get momentum. Now SPY is now on the reversal. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Tesla, what a trade for Tesla, down to 2. If you trade this on the breakdown that we've been talking about, I mean, the low of day was 233. Probably would have got a couple hundred, like maybe 100% out of that put trade. Let me look at the comments over here. All right. I have a coaching stream at 11 today with the swing coaching group. So I'm going to run this up to about 10:15, and then I'm going to get out of here and prepare for that coaching stream that I have. But I was covering Ethan. I believe Ethan's coming back. I don't know if he has a stream tomorrow. I think maybe next week is when he starts coming back to do the live trading. He's just got a couple of days off. He's young. He's a spring breaker. Given this time to have a little bit of fun, right? So he's going to be doing that for a couple of days and then be back next week trading with you guys. I'm sure you're used to trading Tesla and Meta and stuff like that with him. Oh, my bad. Can you hear me better now? Let me just make sure my mic's good. I was up $82, just lost $20 on hat candle, on that candle. Are you playing calls or puts? Is it cool amp? Cool amp? ESC, you made some money on the put side. Congrats on that. Done for the day. Like that. Love to see that. Done for the day. We share a slice in Chicago. Yeah, absolutely. When I come up to Chicago, I'm down to get some pizza, some deep dish. Could you check out LMT's showcases about tonight? Do they have earnings tonight? Well, at least you controlled that stop loss on that trade. So just imagine, like, a lot of traders out there decide to like put stop loss in place, and they cancel the stop loss or they adjust the stop loss and they try to justify the reasoning behind it. But most of the time, if you do that, you're going to just take a bigger loss. So it's good that you had that in place, or that mental stop, and you decided to you decided to stop out of it. I don't think a call side is it's not out the woods yet. Like it's still negative here. So like you could say VWAP, we're not above VWAP on the 2-minute chart yet. So this could be ideally another put play if we can't get above, say, 557.30, right? I'd be waiting for us to get above this level to trade um, maybe a reversal just to be safe. I'd be looking for a break above this and then look to start going green for the day from these lows that we just put into the chart. So I'm gonna put this red now as clearly as it's going to be a resistance point. So I'm gonna we can look for a breakdown again. If you want to repeat for SPY puts, you want to break down under this black line, close a candle below the black line, 2-minute candle, and then trade this down towards that low day again. If we don't do that, we don't trade the put side. We look to trade the call side once we get above this action again here. So this indicator will start turning bullish. We get above VWAP as well. That will also look a bit more bullish there. We're just not there yet. We got a nice bounce, but we're still in a bearish trend for the day. We've seen that a lot, right? We've seen a lot of like spikes and then a lot of people buying into the spike to play the put side. So that's kind of the common theme. And then once it kind of forms a low for the day, we've kind of seen that V shape into the end of the day. Let's see if we get that today and we turn green. Sorry if my mic's in and out too. Let me see. CNN, alcohol tariffs threatens 200% tariffs on European alcohol. And we know that's probably geared toward France mostly. But that is crazy. Yeah, so volatility is gonna come in. So if we close the candle underneath 556, then trade it down. You can probably get a couple of dollars out of the money and trade this down again, right down to this. Let me put a line down there. Trade it down to this right here. Now, my trade to the upside will be once we get above this area, we can start trading this up to 558 to 560. So here we go. We're trying to drop down. We haven't closed this candle below it yet, but once it do, then it could be a nice confirmation to pull back down to retest this area. So now it's closing. See what I got here. Let me see if there's any cheap contracts if I want to do that again. Okay. Nice strong candle there. Tesla's falling down like just crazy. Tesla is nuts. Now, we've played the put side. Now, if we're trying to reverse that to the upside for, say, Tesla, then let me see what levels we got. Yeah, 240. If Tesla can get above 240, this is going to start flipping bullish again on this indicator. So that's why I'd be looking at Tesla get above 240, flip this around instead of going bearish to the downside that we've been doing since for market open. We flip this around above 240 and you play it up to 242, 244. And then if we really start cranking, we go green for the day. So I'd be looking for a reversal in Tesla above 240, maybe get 245 calls for tomorrow, a little bit closer to in the money. And that's pretty much how I would go with that. So I'm not going to leave you guys empty-handed. I'm going to put here reversal in my chat. I'm going to put some reversal ideas for SPY, and then I also put Tesla as well, so that you guys can kind of figure out. Obviously, pick the option side. Maybe Tesla, you can probably get 245, 250 calls once we get above that level, and then SPY too. Oh, this one's cranking. Cranking back up. SPY is getting some reversal here. SPY looks good. It's got some momentum here. So we built that low in, and then we also, what did we get here? So we built that low in, then we pulled back to make a higher low. Now we're working on a higher high, right? So it's trying to flip out of this bearish momentum into a bullish pattern. That's what we're trying to get right here. And we got the SMA 200 in purple. So this one could start cranking back green for the day up to 560 plus. If we can hold above those levels that I've just put in the chat. Tesla probably would be the best one to trade here just based on the reversal. If we're going to start reversing strong for the day, then Tesla would be the one to probably focus on once we get above that level as well that I put. Because we dropped down, did we drop down about $15 from pre-market down to low of day? So this one could be a bigger reversal if we really start pumping back up for the day. Okay, so I'm gonna jumping out of here. I have to prepare for the coaching stream. It was nice hanging out with everyone. You're gonna get these daily live streams in premium all day, every day of the week. Also, if you're a part of premium, you get the coaching, you get all the chat, you get a lot of tools at your disposal. So, if you haven't checked us out and you want to give us a try, open the support ticket, get signed up. We'll help you out there. Also, we have a trial as well that you can sign up for as well before the end of the week. If you want to do the trial, I think it's like a week long. You can try that out too. We'd love to see everyone in premium. All right. So I will see you at the next stream. The swing coaching starts at 11. So I will see you there. Bye, guys.